What's up YouTube? Welcome to the channel. My name is Fareed, and in today's video, we're going to be reviewing MELD's latest technical update. If you're new to Cardano, MELD is a DeFi banking protocol that just launched on the blockchain in early February. In today's video, I want to talk about updates to the MELD roadmap. I also want to talk a little bit about the Automatic Bridge, which has been renamed. I also want to touch on lending as well as some of the updates that the MELD protocol has made on the Cardano blockchain. I'll also talk about Hachi and some of the economic updates surrounding the MELD protocol. And towards the end of the video, we're going to be talking about updates to the MELD app. Before we get started, I do want to note that I've left a link to the technical update in the description below in case you want to access and read that for yourself. The first thing I want to review is the updated roadmap. So as a part of the technical report that was released on April 15th, which is actually today, the MELD team gave us an updated version of their roadmap. Taking a look at the updated roadmap, it looks like the MELD team has been quite busy. It looks like right now they're focusing on the Akamon bridge, which actually used to be called the Automatic Bridge. But then in addition to that, it looks like they're also working on crypto-to-crypto lending on the testnet, as well as crypto-to-fiat lending. I think that these are some of the biggest features right now that the community is looking forward to from the MELD project. And so it's really good to see these on the roadmap. In addition, the updated roadmap covers the release of white papers as well as teasers for some of these features. And so it'll be really cool to see exactly how this is marketed to the community. In the interest of time, I'm not going to go through all the updates to the MELD roadmap. However, as I mentioned before, I have left a link to the roadmap in the description below. Next, I want to talk about the Akamon bridge, which was previously known as the Automatic Bridge. The first thing I want to highlight about the Akamon bridge is that it's MELD's #1 priority. It appears that the MELD team is working on two different versions of the Akamon bridge. It looks like they have an alpha version that works right now without smart contracts and a beta version that does support smart contracts. They also expect to launch the alpha version that does not support smart contracts on May 5th of this year, and the beta version that does support smart contracts on June 5th of this year. Once the bridge is deployed to the testnet, the MELD team plans to conduct testing for about 2 months. They'll be focusing on security as well as the user experience when using the bridge and the MELD app. And if all that goes successfully, it looks like they'll be aiming to launch on the mainnet on July 5th of this year. They will be launching a second version of the Akamon bridge in December, and that should hopefully take advantage of the Vassal hard fork updates that should be coming this summer. The MELD team is also focusing on the security of the Akamon bridge. As we can see here, they're working with the Hachi team to make sure that things are working as expected. If you haven't been keeping up with crypto lately, there have been a lot of breaches specifically with bridges between chains, and so the MELD team isn't taking this lightly. There should be more updates about the Akamon bridge coming out towards the end of this month. As soon as those become available, I'll make sure to share that with you guys. Next, let's jump into the MELD lending portion of the technical update. As we can see here, it reads, crypto to crypto has been more or less saturated recently, so we can't simply just develop an Aave or an Anchor clone on Cardano. Instead, we've explored new ways to utilize smart contracts to enable under collateralized loans. This tells me that the team is not in a rush to get its name out on the market, but what they are prioritizing is making sure that they're doing things the right way and that they're bringing value to the DeFi ecosystem. If the MELD team can pull this off, it's going to give them a lot of credibility within the ecosystem. And so when it comes to MELD lending, I'm going to be watching to see how they move forward. The team is also preparing for fiat integration. If you're new to MELD, they aim to be the first protocol that integrates fiat within the platform. And so not only can you borrow crypto to crypto, but you can also borrow crypto to fiat. The teaser and white papers for the lending platform should be available in December, and we can expect to see it launch on the testnet in February of 2023. Next, I want to talk about the Cardano section of the technical update. As we can see here, since the last technical update, the MELD team has had 2 workshops with the Plutus Apps team. I'm not going to go into too much detail about each of the workshops. It is a little bit more technically involved, but as I mentioned before, feel free to use the link down in the description. But to quickly sum it up, the first workshop was surrounding scaling, and the second workshop was surrounding the dApp starter template. It's good to see the MELD team collaborating with the Plutus Apps team. I'm hoping that they can leverage some of their experience and hopefully avoid some of their mistakes. If you're not aware of what Plutus is, it's the smart contracting language that's used to run the Cardano blockchain. Once the Akamon bridge and the Plutus integrations are complete and stable, it looks like the MELD team would like to explore Hydra integration. Hydra is going to basically allow for them to increase their scalability. Hydra is going to be an update coming to the Cardano blockchain. And so for them to be able to integrate that and then leverage that, I think it's going to really benefit the MELD protocol. In addition to that, it looks like they would be open to providing generic tools to the community in order to leverage what they're currently building. In conclusion here, the team is waiting on the Vassal hard fork. That's going to provide them with all the functionality that they need to build a working platform with. And so I don't anticipate that we're going to see much more updates in terms of the app and functionality until the Vassal hard fork. Next, I want to talk about Hachi, which is a developer-friendly tool to verify and secure your decentralized applications. As we can see here, it reads, the goal is to build a developer-friendly API to automatically verify dApp's properties and find bugs within their Plutus scripts. With that said, the MELD team has recently partnered with Hachi in order to get assistance with security for the Akamon bridge. Next, let's take a look at some of the MELD economic updates. As we can see here, the economic team's primary responsibility right now is surveying all of the relevant blockchains and DeFi protocols in order to better understand the market and better design the economics and tokenomics of MELD products. It's awesome to see that MELD has a dedicated economics team. This gives me confidence in knowing that the team is going to be updated when it comes to DeFi and the ecosystem, and it could potentially allow them to actually become a trendsetter in the future. The economics team is currently working on several proposals right now in order to better protect the MELD token price, as well as create a healthier market. The last section of the technical update that I want to talk about is the MELDapp section. Since the launch of the MELDapp in early February, the team has been researching how to improve the app's design, as well as how to provide users with a better interface. They've also updated their development infrastructure so that moving forward, they can deploy changes in a much simpler fashion. One thing to note here is that the team is clear about what their priorities are. Right now, the Akamon bridge or the Automatic bridge is their main priority. Once that's wrapped up, they're going to be focusing on flex or variable staking. And then once that's finished, they'll be focusing on their voting mechanism. They did also mention that they are working to support more wallets. Right now, the Nami wallet and the Ethereum-based MetaMask wallets are the only two supported wallets. I'm personally looking forward to seeing other Cardano-based wallets, such as the Eternal, Euro, or Flint wallets. And then in addition to that, it would really be good to see some of the hardware wallets also supported on the MELD app. That's going to wrap it up for today's update on the MELD protocol. This was a longer video. However, it has been a while since we've actually had a technical update from the MELD team. And so I wanted to make sure that I actually covered everything that was included in there. If you found this video to be helpful, please make sure to tap that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you have any questions or comments, please make sure to leave those down below. I'll see you guys in the next video.